Okay, welcome to the March 6th uh, Thursday chat. Sorry about the delay. It's a little different when I'm using a laptop than I'm used to. So happy to see you all again. And we have a number of people who want to say something. We'll start with Betty Shapiro.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can.
Oh, good. Thanks, Jerry. Hi, everyone. This is just a friendly heads up with my Lucky Lady hat on that it's almost time for the Latke collection for Passover. We collect the Latke mix that will be given to the Jewish Family and Child Service to go to the only kosher food pantry in the Boston area. Our official collection time is from March 15th to 31st, but the box is there and it's not full yet, so you can deposit your donations of potato latke mix anytime now. And I want to emphasize that it is potato latke mix only, not matzo ball soup mix, even though the packages look the same. But our responsibility is potato latke mix. And I thank you in advance for contributing to this very worthwhile cause. Thanks.
Thanks, Betty. And now Sid Josephi.
Hi, the dining committee met yesterday, March 5th, and I'm just going to give you a brief report. We first discussed how important it is for all residents to treat others respectfully. This, of course, includes all staff of all levels to be treated respectfully. If you are frustrated by a problem, please deal with it quietly and calmly. Management is here to help. The new spring menu for Nosh will start March 24th. Starting March 10th, Nosh will close for lunch at 3 o'clock. The store will be open until 4 o'clock. Something new to help you, we're going to have grab and go options at the store between 10 and 4 daily. Passover, Nosh will close April 9th and 10th to change over. The Seders will be Saturday, Sunday, April 12th and 13th. Nosh will be kosher for Passover by Friday, the 11th. Easter brunch will be April 20th. Centro's new lunch menu will be March 17th, and the new dinner menu will be April 21st. The next kitchen tour will be April 1st, Tuesday at noon. Earth Day will have something special. The next brunch will be Upbeat with Music in Great Meadow Hall on March 16th. And we had a discussion about pricing of food. And Eileen, I assume it's Eileen, I didn't see, or Josh will go into more detail if you want. Thank you.
Thank you. And now Nancy Vega.
Howdy, y'all. Just a few announcements. The first thing being, I was told that Helene Balin's class was a little bit of a stressful moment. We were worried that we were going to be cut a class due to technical difficulties on Monday. I am happy to announce and emphasize that we are back in business this Monday. So everything is totally fine. We are going to extend her class by 1 week. So the last class will now be, I think it's April 7th, maybe April 6th. I can't calculate the days right now, but it's that following Monday. And now I would like to gently nudge everyone to come to a few other wonderful programs we have, including the one for this coming Sunday, recommended by one of our very own residents, Carl Singer, the Roebling Trio, that will be here Sunday from 2 to 3 in Great Meadow Hall. On top of that, I would also like to announce that the long-awaited movie, The Brutalist, is officially available to stream. And I am excited to say that I am showing it Sunday night. Why? Because it is a 3-hour movie, and I am hopeful that you guys will let me know You might want to see it in 2 parts, but let's start with just enjoying it together Sunday night on the channel or in the theater, wherever you feel comfortable.
What time?
Next up, 7:30, normal nighttime. That one I felt like it's going to be a heavy but amazing movie.
Will there
Um,
be a break in the middle
No, I don't think, not for that one.
for 3 hours?
Yeah.
There's already a break written into the movie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so.
But I hope you enjoy that and let me know. I can definitely show it again and maybe we could break it up into parts, but I know everybody was excited to watch it. I just realized it was 3 hours. But following that, we have a wonderful Marcus Institute Brain Health Speaker Series Part 2 with Dr. Amy Lowe, who's going to talk about how stepping into better health, hint, hint, physical exercise and something simple as walking can help benefit you in the long run. And that is also to follow up, sorry, I'm trying to look at my calendar. In honor of Purim, and people, not everyone celebrating it, but I'm super excited for that coming Saturday, March 15th. We have a one-woman show, an actress that's going to perform on Shakespeare's Queens. So I am really, really, really hoping that people will give it a shot because it's something that we haven't done for a while, have an actress come, and she's going to come and be in not full costume, but in some costumes. And I'm super excited to see how that is taken. But I think that's all I have for my lineup. So please come and thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. And Rabbi Judy Ehrlich.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Nancy mentioned Purim and added that not everybody celebrates it. That is true, but you don't have to be Jewish to celebrate Purim. We have many residents who are not Jewish who just enjoy going to a really fun, festive evening where lots of people wear funny hats or complete costumes and you have no idea who they are. And the food is good and it is centered around a tradition that is very old and can be a lot of fun. So I encourage you to come on Thursday, to not just to come on Thursday, you have to sign up. And Josh is going to say it as well, but the deadline is tomorrow. So we are close to capacity, but there's still room for just a few more people. So if you haven't been to a Purim dinner, or if you have and you remember how much fun it was, please be sure to sign up in time and please put on something that will add to the festive nature of the occasion.
Where do we sign up?
Josh will tell you about it. It's on the website. And if you have difficulty, you can speak with Josh or with Joe. I hope I'm saying this all correctly, but that's the dining website for upcoming events has a Purim dinner, and you can sign up there or ask for help from those two wonderful men who will help you out. I'm also putting in a plug for 10 days after Purim for the annual Judy Markovich lecture, where we will have Dr. Arnold Eisen coming and speaking about his new book, Seeking the Hiding God. He's a wonderful speaker, and his topic will be about his personal theological journey, which is an interesting one. And there will be light refreshments afterwards. Also, Judy Markovich of blessed memory, her son, Bob, who has sponsored these lectures, will be flying in from Atlanta to be there. So those of you who remember Bob, you'll have an opportunity to say hi to him as well. That's all I've got for this week. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi. Now, Josh and Eileen.
No.
Thank you, Jerry. Yeah, and thank you, Rabbi, for the Purim. Yeah, we have just about 100 people signed up as of right now, and the signups are available through tomorrow. And then to Anna's question, it is right through the dining website under upcoming events. You'll see the Purim, and just get tickets. You just click on the number of tickets you need for you and your household. It'll prompt you for a few questions, including your meal selections and if you have any seating preferences. and then you'll submit your order. You'll get an email confirmation if you placed it successfully. And as Rabbi also mentioned, if you need any technical support, myself and Joe will be here throughout the day tomorrow to answer any questions or help you with the process. So thank you. We do look forward to that one. That's always a fun event. And it'll be a good time, a lot of people, and well attended. So thank you. And those notes will be in the culinary corner tomorrow as well. My last announcement before I turn it over to Eileen is just that Passover planning has begun. Tomorrow in the dining packet and posted on the dining website will be the first kind of summary, the dates that Sid had alluded to about when we're koshering the Nosh Kitchen, the dates of the Seders, what will be open when, and then in the next coming weeks, the menus and then the sign-up instructions will follow. So again, we're going to start with the planning first, all of the dates, operational changes, and that sort of thing, so you can start to plan. And then look for next week's Dining Communications next Friday to include more detailed information. Jerry, if there's no question on either item that I covered, I can turn it over to Eileen.
Let's just see, are there any questions? Do you see anything?
Anna Marcus had one, or Carol Marlin had one just the time before.
Okay, Carol, go ahead and then we'll take Anna. You're not unmuted yet.
I don't have one.
Okay.
No,
Can you
it's
hear me?
Carol.
Can you hear me?
Now, Carol, we hear you now. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, I'm so sorry. I just had trouble getting on and reacting to, because I really wanted to talk after Nancy Vega. So I'm sorry that I'm late to do this, but go back before Josh a little bit. And I wanted to reiterate one thing, and that's about current events, which tomorrow is at 11. And we are a small group, but we're a powerful group, and we really have some wonderful discussions, and Nancy leads it, and we're all, we get so much out of it. And in this very interesting, difficult times to go, it's great to be a community that we can share and help each other get through it and understand it as best we can. And I think that I encourage you at 11 o'clock tomorrow to join the Zoom meeting. That you can get it on 8 o'clock when you get your news of what's happening on the day. Press the button to join in at 11 o'clock, and you'll see it's a great discussion, and I encourage all of you to come. Okay.
Thank you.
That's
All
it.
right, now, Eileen.
Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. Just a few things I have to let you all know. First of all, as Sid alluded, the not so hot topic, the bad news part of it, is that we had to increase our price on the challah bread down in the Nosh store. Obviously, challah is full of eggs, and our suppliers increased it, therefore we have to increase it. So it is gone up to $8.40. So I just don't want you to have sticker shock when you see it at the store. We are going to do our best, obviously, to try and keep the prices the way they are. We just now only getting information on tariffs and stuff like that. So as soon as we know, we will let you guys know. We're not hitting the panic button yet, so please don't hit the panic button. Also, just to let you know, for end of month, that end of month freezer, that the limit is $150 per day. Some people were trying to sneak over it and stuff like that. And the reason we have it at $150 per day is to make sure then that everybody who wants to get some food from that freezer at the end of the month has a chance to try and get it. There's the method in the madness. Now, that's all the bad news aside. Pull that aside. Now, the good news. I am going to tell you some more events that's going on for the rest of March. First of all, I have to kind of jump up ahead to kind of come back. So March 24th, you've all heard that we are going to be doing our new menu for Nosh, March 24th. Therefore, we have to do our mock service next Monday, March 10th, So we will be closed for Nosh on March 10th, which is this Monday coming up, because what we do is we have to look at the menus and make sure that we menus actually work. So that is this Monday, March 10th, we're closed in Nosh, and the new Nosh menu will open on March 24th. Now, saying that, on March 16th, which is a Sunday, we are changing things up with a brunch with a twist. And in a minute, I will let Nancy explain about that. March 17th, as you know, we will have our St. Patrick's Day wind down. So that's going to be a bit of fun. And then on March 26th, we do have our dairy night. And we have the harpist coming for our dairy night that night. So before I let everybody go, I was hoping Nancy could touch base, because we're having a brunch with a twist, and I want Nancy to explain what the twist is.
Hi again, everybody. I missed you. I just wanted to personally invite you to come on down to the lovely Central Brunch, March 16th. We are changing locations in honor of a traveling trio, piano trio, that would love to perform a program that they're actually doing in Houston, but especially for you. Now, the twist is I managed to get culinary to include mimosas, even though I'm not drinking any, but enjoy those on my behalf. But the goal is that we would like you to enjoy this special concert that is at a different time than we normally do. It's 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., right smack in the middle of brunch. This is going to be a concert exclusively to those who join us for Central Brunch. And I am hoping, we are hoping, culinary team and programs, that if this goes well, this will be a long-term partnership for more exciting brunches, if not other events. So again, if you'd like to come to this concert, we are strictly doing reservations through Central Brunch only. And there's more to come about the band. That's all.
So just to let you all know, we're actually going to do this down in Great Meadow Hall. And the reason we're doing it down in Great Meadow Hall is because of the band and the noise level and stuff. That doesn't work in Central. So that's why we're going to have the brunch March 16th down in Great Meadow Hall. And we're going to have a band, and we'll see how we go. If residents love it, great. If they don't, well, at least we tried. Now, I just want to mention one other thing. I think it was Prue that had the Trader Joe's challah at a cheaper price, and that's great, Prue. But where we get our challah is from Blackguards, and actually we are actually cheaper than Blackguards, what they sell it for. But we just have to, for us to have our prices, that's what we have to do. We have whatever we get charged plus the 20% we have to add to it. But if you want to go to Trader Joe's and get your challah there, you are welcome to get there too. I just wanted to make sure I was transparent and I had everybody to know so they don't get a sticker shock.
Okay, we have a question from Charlotte Chase and then Helene Oppenheimer.
All right, so usually I go to the buffet dinner at Nosh on Sunday at like 5:45 it starts. Is there still going to be a buffet dinner that night? That's
Yes,
kosher
there is.
Nosh?
Yes. Yes, there is. That's normal. On March 16th, there will be a normal buffet up over in the Nosh that evening. What we're just trying to do is see if somebody wants, they enjoy a brunch during the day and have a little bit of music with it.
Okay, and that time is what time again?
So the brunch normally opens from 11 to 2. The band is playing from 11:30 to 12:30. But what we're saying is if you want to make a reservation, which you should make a reservation, you make it through Central like you normally would do. But the event will be down in Great Meadow Hall.
Great, thank you.
Okay, we have Helene Oppenheimer and then Linda Weinstein. Elaine?
Yeah, I just unmuted. Eileen, are we allowed to bring guests to that
Yeah.
special brunch?
Yes,
Okay.
you are. But just as long as you all know as well, when we are in Great Meadow Hall, we like to see people of 8 and they're in the big round tables. So if you have a party of 2 or 3, you could be with somebody else. But again, that's the whole charm of the brunch down in Great Meadow Hall.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank-
you, Helene.
Okay, Linda Weinstein.
That answered my question. Thank you.
Any other questions before we move on? Okay, well, Matt, we're
Thank
ready
you,
for
everyone.
you.
All right, excellent. Nice to see everyone. I hope you're all well. For those of you that were in attendance for the scholarship raffle event, you can probably attest to how incredible of an event it was. And for those of you that weren't there, I just want to say to all of you, like I said to the community that was there, thank you for your contributions. It was an incredibly special evening. The committee did such a nice job. It was really moving. It was a wonderful, wonderful way to spend an evening together. And the ice cream was pretty awesome too. So thank you to the whole community for just making it such a special place for our employees. Quick Comcast update, contract is signed. They have it. Everybody knows at this point that we're going to get an additional 40 channels. When I have the actual list of those 40 channels isolated from the ones that we currently have, I will share that out. Additionally, if you're looking for a voice remote, you can now call them and get a voice remote without an additional charge. And this is anticipating for them to take 4 to 6 weeks to go through the entire contract process, to go through whatever bureaucracy they have. So hopefully it'll be on the lower side, be 4 weeks, and then we'll be up and running. There should be no price increases to you whatsoever, okay? The only things you pay for are things additional to the standard package that you get by living here at Newbridge. Jerry, I see a question, so I'm going to pause so you can take that.
Carol Mullen. You're,
Figure out, I do get some extra stations that other people don't, and thank you for including some of them in your new contract. But what's happening if I pay extra, other people pay extra? What can you tell us? Can you spell out, when it's finally spelled out, exactly what we get and what extra contracts provide? Because I'm so unsure. Do I get, am I paying extra? Do I get a stronger reception or something? Or
so when I'm able to send out the list, Carol, that shares the additional channels,
yes,
at that point, if there's anything on that list that you're paying for privately, in addition to, I would reach out to Comcast and make sure you are not being charged for that, because it's part of the bulk package. I'd like to say that I trust that they'd figure it out, and I think they would. I just don't think they'd figure it out quickly. So, and then you're dealing with stuff and backtracking, and I think that would just be quite.
So does everybody supposed to get the same
basic stuff?
Basic, but in terms of the power of our reception, how strong it is. Are there levels? Are there different levels that we can buy or that we buy from Comcast?
Well, it's a good question. So there's 2 different things provided. You'll see a lot of standard definition channels, which are the ones that are a bit pixelated. And then you'll see high definition channels. Those look a lot clearer.
Right.
That's about as good as it gets for Comcast, is the high definition channels. On the streaming services, you'll see things called 4K.
Right.
Comcast doesn't offer
Provide
4K.
No.
And the reason being is I don't think they have the bandwidth and the coax cable that they use to deliver the actual picture. Okay.
But what I found out is that their box, you can get a 4K box, at least so that you can stream 4K onto your with streaming system.
You would pay for that, and that's considered up converting. So it takes the signal and it converts it up using some kind of algorithm that it has built in. I don't know. I've never used it. I've yet to see one. I don't know if it's a gimmick or if it works really well. I have no idea. It wasn't even an offer or part of the discussion when we were exploring all of this. The real advantage to the new contract is the pricing doesn't change. Nessing comes back. Comcast Sportsnet comes back. 38 additional channels come in, which are some of them are really good channels, like a Paramount Plus, like those types of things. The voice remotes are finally capable of coming in without changing out your whole box and having to pay for it. And then the final piece of the pie, which was a commitment down the road in writing to change channels 918 and 919 from standard definition, or that pixelated look, to a high definition. So, and they are also handling all of the updating of the wiring and things like that here that would normally be on us. So we did pretty well, all things considered. And if there's a bunch of stuff that everybody wants in the future after we go through this contract a little bit, we'll go back to the table. But the other players in the market right now, Carol, they're just not strong players. The only other player that I would even consider for us here would be Fios. And we don't have fiber optic in the building, and Fios is not in the area. So it's not even an option. So it's either Comcast or these hokey streaming services, or we move on to Dish Network / DirecTV, which we had when we opened, and there was all sorts of satellite issues. So I hope that answers all your questions, maybe plus some.
Okay, any other questions? All right, let's go on.
Okay, just a friendly reminder to everybody, daylight savings this weekend. Every single year, you know, we do this daylight savings thing, and people's clocks get messed up, and the microwave clocks and thermostats and all that stuff. If you need help, call One Stop Shop, 49500. We'll send somebody up. We'll change the clock for you, and that way you're back in action. I have some big news, some very exciting big news. Our beloved Jessica Coleman, who I've been working with now for almost 20 years, has been promoted to the executive director of Simon C. Fireman Community in Randolph, which is another HSL community. So on the 17th will be Jessica's last day here, and off she goes to Simon C. Fireman. And I'm so proud of her, and I know all of us have really come to know and love Jess and rely on Jess, and you know, she's just been nothing short of incredible. You know, she's helped me more than I've helped her, but when people grow next to you and they get the opportunity to spread their wings and go out and fly, you just, A, you can't hold them back, and B, you know, I'm just so proud of her. I just think it's amazing for HSL as an organization and an amazing opportunity for her. So please join me in congratulating Jessica on this phenomenal news for her. Now, on the other side of it, losing Jess, we're not planning on replacing her position. But what we are going to be doing is we're going to be hiring a director of community life role, which we haven't had for a couple of years. That role will assume the strong majority of Jessica's responsibilities, obviously overseeing community life, helping with challenges throughout the community, and really serving as my right hand and supporting daily operations. So that position has been posted. We've started the interview process, and as soon as I have an announcement on that, I'll be quick to share. But so there's a lot of, you know, interesting changes going on, but candidly good changes. And so I'm fortunate enough to have a strong team around me, and I'm just really excited for Jess. Any questions?
Don't see any.
And that's it for me, Jerry.
Okay, thank you very much. Are there any other announcements that we missed at the beginning? If not, next week I'll be traveling. Oh, there's Barbara Nadish. Go ahead.
Let me unmute. Okay. This is a question. I would like to know what the circumstances, and this is for Josh and Eileen and whomever, what the circumstances were behind the incredible backlog last evening in Centro, where we had 6:15 reservation, and we were told that it was going to be a 45-minute wait. Could either of you explain what the problems were?
I was off yesterday, so I'll defer to Eileen on that.
I don't. I'll have to find out and I will let you know. I will not
Thank-
lie to you. I
thank you.
was at the dining committee and I was going in other areas and I did not see that, so it might have been later. But I will get back to you, Barbara.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Eileen. And thanks for bringing that up, Barb. We may have missed that in the notes. And can I just ask one question, Barb? Who told
Sure.
you about the wait and what was the follow-up? Just so we can follow up with the right people. Were you communicated that by Adriana?
No, she was not at the desk. What happened is that we came and, that whole area was backed up. And when I asked Donna what the wait was gonna be, and she said, I hate to tell you, but it's gonna be around 45 minutes. And I said, okay. And I asked the people we were with, so I said, let's go down to Nosh. And we went down to Nosh and had a very good meal.
All right, we will certainly follow up. Thank you, Barb, for bringing that to our attention.
Yep.
I have a quick question, but do you know afterwards whether it was 45 minutes or not?
I don't know.
You don't know, okay.
Because we were downstairs. I know two other people followed us, and I was surprised that there weren't more. But clearly we cleared out a table of 4, so that allowed for at least one other party to be seated. So I don't know.
Okay, thanks, Barbara.
Yep.
Okay, Tara Fleming, go ahead.
Thanks, Jerry. I just wanted to make sure we give Rob his 5 minutes of fame today in advance of his presentation next week. Is this the appropriate time to do that?
Sure.
Okay, great. All right, so we're all honored to have Rob Faria with us on the screen today. Rob is our Director of Finance, and he is going to give us a few nuggets of information, kind of like a teaser in advance of this amazing presentation he's put together for next Tuesday, March 11th at 2 p.m. I'll let him take over from here, but it's basically a FAQ session about payment sources, costs, and tax benefits across our continuum of care. So he's going to share a little bit of expertise now, and then he'll pick it up again next week. Thank you so much, Rob.
Thank you, Tara. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. So I'll give you a quick spiel. Don't want to give too much away. It's the whole cliffhanger for next week, but Tara and I have noticed, an uptick in resident inquiries regarding costs of advanced level of care in assisted living and also in our long-term chronic care unit in Dedham. Certain residents have been asking us for this information so they can be well educated and planning conversations with their financial advisors. This trend is showing us, that our community is being more proactive in planning for the future and the possibility of increased care needs. And quite frankly, I've never met a trend I didn't like, but that's an aside. So we see this as an opportunity for us to also be proactive and offer an educational session, which we'll be doing so next week, 2 p.m. on March 11th. I believe the invite was already sent out, and if you are not seeing it, we can certainly resend it to you. And the focus of that meeting will be some of the more common questions that come across our desks. And like Tara said, think of it as a financial frequently asked questions session centered around our continuum of care and the costs related. And the goal is basically to provide you with enough knowledge so that you can utilize to help plan for your future, rather than feeling overwhelmed and reactive during a potential time of crisis. That said, I didn't want to waste the opportunity to talk about tax benefits because we are in fact in tax season. And fun fact, even though we are accountants, Carol and I always profess that we are not tax experts. I can't tell you how many times I can be at a family function, and people ask me, can you do my taxes? And it's like, well, I'm not in taxes, but I'm an accountant. But anyways, couple things to make note of in terms of tax season. You may know some of this, but it doesn't hurt to be reacclimated to it. For example, if you are a resident that has modified life care, you are able to treat the entire amount, the year in that you pay it, you are able to treat that amount that you paid as part of your medical deductions for that year. In addition, for traditional folks, memory folks, long-term care, and RSU folks, the monthly service fee or daily rate that you pay is also 100% deductible as a medical deduction in the year that it is paid. So those are just a couple of fun nuggets to have in the back pocket, if you will, as we are in tax season. So thus concludes my spiel. Obviously, thank you for your time. And hopefully I'll see some of you next week. Again, Tuesday, March 11th at 2 p.m. via Zoom.
Okay, Maya Fine, sorry.
So you went through that last statement very quickly. Could you do it a tad slower so I can take some notes on what you just said?
Absolutely, Meyer, absolutely. So a couple of the tax benefits. So for our modified life care residents, in the year in which they purchased modified life, the amount that they paid is considered a medical deduction for that tax year in which they paid the modified life amount.
About the long-term care and
then the other piece that I'd mentioned, Meyer, is if you're in traditional memory or in the healthcare center, which of course is long-term care or the RSU, 100% of the monthly service fee that you pay, or in the case of long-term care and RSU, the daily rate that you pay is also considered 100% tax deductible as a medical deduction in the year that it is paid.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Is there any other questions? Any other announcements? Again, I won't be here next week. I'll be traveling, and Fabulous Gang will be running the chat. So any requests to make announcements should all go to Faye. Thank you very much, everybody. I won't see you next week.
Thanks. Have a good time.